Welcome back to Smug and or Play, YouTube's premier Windows 9X, although we haven't even really gotten there yet. We say gaming, technology, and culture video series. We started out as a podcast playing through all of PC Gamer's demo CDs from the very first. We transitioned to YouTube, and we've arrived now in October, not October of 2020, but October of 1995, because whereas before we were 25 years behind, now we're 25 years and 1 month behind. We apologize to all of our viewers for that, but
Yeah.
I've just received PC Gamer CD-ROM Edition Volume 2, Number 10. But before we talk about
Wow.
this, so this is the disc, but behind the disc is the magazine. And did you see the cover of the October 95 issue of PC Gamer?
No, I saw the CD-ROM sleeve actually,
Okay,
which I
well,
wanted to talk about a little bit,
okay,
but
we'll talk about the sleeve soon, but
yeah.
behind the sleeve, within the same sealed package, was first a poorly airbrushed rendition of Thor's hammer, but beneath that was a very important word for PC gaming, and that word was Quake. The October
Oh,
95 issue of PC Gamer has an exclusive interview with id Software talking about their upcoming game, Quake, the true successor to Doom, which has true fully polygonal 3D graphics. We don't have any of the sort of limitations that Doom had, where floor and ceiling have to meet at 90 degrees. We can now build arbitrary geometries and architectures. This should really create, an incredible set of tools that we can create these incredible new environments that are going to be so much more interactive. It's going to take the Doom gaming scene and take it even further. I mean, we're this is very exciting. And so,
well,
having read,
the theme of 1995 in the magazine has been we're looking for the Doom killer, and
that's right,
they looked at all these games. They said, "Oh, Magic Carpet, that might be the Doom killer." But
ZeniMax, that might be the Doom killer.
whoa, whoa.
Can we throw some
Uh,
shade at them yet? No, it's too soon. Okay,
Too soon.
yeah.
But
So
and then they looked at Descent and they were also looking for a Doom Killer. But I think
yeah,
we found a Doom Killer here now called Quake.
Quake at least is the best of all the games that we can imagine. It has the best shot of being a Doom killer, being created by essentially the same team, and with a huge step forward, I think in at least possibilities for presentation. Whether or not that actually manifests in the game is yet to be seen. There are just a few screenshots. We see some blocky sort of Minecraft people spraying out little chunks of blood. So we haven't seen much. Now, having read that article and gotten really excited for Quake, you were probably thinking, well, the perfect thing to put on that month's demo CD would be some sort of early playable demo of Quake, maybe even the full shareware version of Quake. But no, it seems like
Right. You would have thought maybe it was coming out soon,
you
but
thought it might have
it
come
was
out.
not.
Yeah, it might be coming out. Maybe there's a demo, but no, no, no. So it seems like Bullfrog paid a lot of money this month because it
To,
is a
to get the top two slots
yeah,
on the
it is
CD.
a big pile of Bullfrog this month. Um, so that's something to look forward to. There's no Quake to be had at all on this disc, which is a disappointment. We're gonna have to wait quite some time for that. So the headliner for the disc is "Buckle Up, Princess." We're going on another magic carpet
It's a
ride.
sequel,
It's the sequel.
Magic Carpet 2.
That's right.
Uh,
The one that fans were clamoring
something
for.
about the Netherlands or something.
That's right.
Uh,
People were banging down Bullfrog's door saying, "We need a sequel to Magic Carpet." Um, right. So why don't we go hop into the disc and we'll look
yeah.
around a little bit. But basically, the first two games, the headlining games for this month are Magic Carpet 2, sequel to Magic Carpet, which we also discussed on this podcast.
But before we were in a video format, so
Yes, that was in
you
February of
didn't catch that.
'95. Tia
Yeah.
Carrero is on the cover of that one, I believe. Is beauty enough? Was the byline for that one. But
Yeah.
So let's hoppy doppy in here. So
The CD's working pretty well now.
I wouldn't go that far. It does load. It still
It
has the bug with
loads.
the scroll wheel. I have to interact with the scroll wheel, otherwise I can't scroll in into the other views.
At least it starts faster. It doesn't hang on
It
that sound
does.
blaster.
Ever since they removed the sound effect, it's been loading a lot faster. So what's interesting to note here, top two games, Magic Carpet 2 and High Octane. Now High Octane is a racing game, interestingly built on the Magic Carpet 1 engine.
Yeah.
So basically, it's also Magic Carpet. So there's a lot of Magic Carpet going on right now. Shall we start with the Carpet of Magic?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not going to really launch from here, but just to give people a preview of what's going on. So we got Magic Carpet 2. We've got High Octane, a racing game based on Magic Carpet. We have Time Warner Interactive's Primal Rage, which
Primal
if we don't
Rage.
have to play it, I don't want to. We have a follow up to Smug and Play Pick of the Disc Thunderscape.
Did we really pick the
I
disc that
think we
one?
might
Is that
have.
my fault?
I think you did. Um,
Yeah, but it is a sequel to World of Aiden Thunderscape.
well, it's not technically a sequel. I think they tried to
Oh,
distance it off
sorry,
of. It's set in the
sorry.
same world. It's part of the same franchise slash mythology. But this one's
Well,
from
nothing could compare to that game. That was the pick of the disc, so you're right.
let's pick up this again from Strategic Simulations Inc. SSI, the creator of the D&D Gold Box series of classic PC RPGs. We have the first Need for Speed title
Yeah,
coming.
this is this is a moneymaker for EA here.
I know.
EA is all over this disc because they had bought Bullfrog, I think, by now, so
Yeah.
they're all over this disc.
Yes, EA's all over. They got the grubby mitts all over this one. We have Powerhouse, which is a power grid simulation, which is based on the 1990s misconception that we're going to run out of fossil fuels. And so it's sort of a scarcity management sim. Of course, fracking would be invented. And then the problem would be that we're never going to run out of fossil fuels before we destroy the entire planet, turn it into Venus. So that one's kind of interesting from a historical standpoint. We have GTE Interactive's FX Fighter, a horrible Virtua Fighter clone, which I am not going
I
to play.
love the name though. It's like
What? It's not
it's just
3D FX Fighters.
no, that
That
would
would
have
have gotten us
that
a
would
lot of views.
actually they had a good demo 3D effects. That's probably a better fighter than this, but
Yes.
it's just funny that you could call something like FX fight. Like you don't have any other thing going on. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Well, it makes
oh,
it sound like a
it's
Super
3D.
Nintendo game. It's like, oh, it uses the Super FX chip. I know. It's like three-dimensional fighter. Well, we've had a few of those. We did we ever play Rise of the Robots? That one's not really 3D, but whatever. Um, we have Apache. Now this is not Jane's
Yeah, it's really hard to
AH-64D
search for
longbow.
this
Yeah,
on the
because it's
internet.
not the Jane's game. No, this one's interesting. It will go on to be named the simulation game of the year, I think, by somebody.
PC Gamer US, this is them.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
PC gamer. So we're gonna have to play this. Prisoner of Ice. This is interesting. So from the publisher and producer of the Alone in the Dark series comes another Cthulhic. I don't really know what the proper adjective is here.
Lovecraftian.
Lovecraftian adventure title. This one has Nazis in Antarctica, which I think is quite unique. So I'm excited for that. From the people who brought you, or will in the future bring you, William Shatner's Tech War, the video game.
Actually, next CD though, it'll be there.
Oh, it'll be the next
If
CD.
for fans of Bill Shatner.
For Bill Shatner fans everywhere. Well, if you want to see another game that they put together, here's Witch Haven, which kind of combines RPG mechanics and terminology with a first-person shooter perspective.
Mostly a first-person
It's
shooter, but
basically a first-person shooter, but it's interesting because it uses clay models that are, well, let's say a little bit less convincing than Doom's clay models, and it uses a very early version of the build engine, which is going to be the
yeah.
basis of a ton of popular games from here on out. But this is very early and homely version of it. There's Skyborg from the people who bring you the Skybox baseball cards. This is a Windows
Yeah,
exclusive.
it came with a box of cards, I think, if you bought the game.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know who bought the game, so
It
but it's the
wasn't
hand
it
of
wasn't us.
sound of one hand clapping.
We're not gonna play that one. And I don't know if we're gonna play this one either, Pinball Illusions. But I wanted to draw your attention um, to something here. It's not actually in here. I read this actually in the magazine itself. Let me quote PC Gamer's description of this game. PC Gamer called this, quote, the latest in bumper pounding action. Uh, it sounds like the sort of game that they advertise in the back of PC Gamer magazine.
Well, they always seem to give an award though to a pinball title at the end of the
Yes,
year. They're
best
like, you know,
pinball game.
best
They have some sort of senior pinball editor who awards the best pinball game title every year. And
I'm gonna
then
have to remember that. What was that again? Bumper
the
thumping?
latest in bumper pounding action.
Oh, okay. All right.
Quote from PC Gamer. If you don't believe me, go pull up the October 1995 PC Gamer magazine. It's in there.
When I read any of the notes about the games, you know, you can just scroll down there. I
Well, there's not
None
a.
of it has any real meaning, you know. That's the way I feel, you know.
Yeah,
It's a game that you can
it's a
play by
pinball game
clicking.
from one of the people
Yeah.
who makes pinball games. Okay, well,
Usually it's a little
it's
bit
not a bad
flowery,
pinball
but
game, but this is not LGR, so we're not going to make 10 videos about pinball games. We're not going to play this, but we're going to play some historically important things. So the first,
are you trying to pick a fight with Clint? Is
yeah,
that
I'm going
your
to pick a fight with
approach
Clint. Yeah,
to YouTubing here?
yeah. My YouTube channel is better than your YouTube channel, Clint. This, everyone will know that that was a false statement. So,